Hey everyone, today we're going to go over how to safely and effectively apply henna, the temporary tattoo, to your skin. So, I started by learning from a book called Teach Yourself Henna Tattoo by Brenda Abdoyan. I'm not really sure how to say her last name, but she's Indian and she's super duper cool and she wrote a book. I read the book and she sounds awesome. If you guys really want to know about it, you guys can private message me, ask me about it. I'll totally send you all the information on where I got my kit, where I got the book. It's great. So we are obviously going to need materials on how to make henna paste because you have to make it to apply it. So obviously you're going to need some henna powder. This one's mine. You can get it online. You want to make sure that you check the year. It will have an expiration date on it. Once it passes expiration, it probably won't be that very good in a paste. Usually it ends up just turning more goopy. So this one's actually expired. I just use it for the sole purpose of this video. So, now, actually a lot of henna paste, you want to make sure that it does not say hair dye. Hair dye can actually cause allergic reactions to the skin. Not awesome. So it will look kind of green. So the paste itself, or the powder itself, will look green. The paste will look green, but when it gets applied and sets, it will look black or brown, which is what we want. So we're going to need coffee. We need coffee, can be any kind, instant, French press, whatever it is, it's totally fine. It just needs to be hot, black, and strong. We want strong coffee. It's going to help you with your paste later, I promise. So, coffee actually doesn't give you your color. It just pulls out color from the henna leaves. So, we need lemons. Lemon juice, not lemons plural, more like one. I usually use one full lemon juice. Again, not for color purpose, just it has acid and it brings out more pigment. Apple cider vinegar is a really good substitution for that too. We need peppercorns. Here are mine. And we need whole cloves and some cinnamon sticks, along with some whole cumin seeds. So all these things bring really great smells, but that's not what we're really going for. They actually end up helping pull out pigment with essential oils, and it gives it a darker color. So I actually use essential oils too. I use those. It usually helps me. We need a sugar. So I usually use white sugar. You can use any kind. So actually honey is a good substitute as well if you don't have any sugar in your house. We need a strainer to strain out all our seeds from our paste at the end. And we need a sandwich bag along with our kit. So when we have our kit, it looks a little bit like this. We have these little applicator bottles. I already have mine filled with paste simply because it takes so long to rest. The paste only takes about like 10 minutes to make, but it has to rest for a long time, and it takes a long time. So I made mine pre-made, and we've got our applicator bottles, our needles, and our tops to attach our needles. So to make our actual paste, now that we know our materials, we have to brew our strong coffee. We have to add our coffee we have to add these to our coffee. There we go. 2 tablespoons of peppercorns, 2 tablespoons of our cumin seeds, 2 tablespoons of our whole cloves, and a couple cinnamon sticks. I usually go with 2. I think it's kind of just like a dash, so it's whatever you guys feel is better. We gotta let that steep for like 3 to 4 minutes. That really gives it enough time for all those things to just kind of steep into it. We don't really want it to pull out too much because that really helps with our pigment. So, in a container, usually 2 to 3 cups is best. It has to have a lid. We need to have a lid so everything stays in place. First of all, you don't want that spilling everywhere. Green goop, gross. And we have to put in like 50 grams of henna powder, which translates to like 1.75 ounces if you're into ounces. And then we pour our coffee mixture into that henna powder through a strainer, of course. We don't want all of these seeds and peppercorns and stuff in our henna mix. That'll be weird to have a lump. but we need to pour it slowly and mix it while we're going because it should look like mashed potatoes at the end. Then after that, we add the 1 lemon, like I said before. 1 lemon. You add the juice, you squeeze the whole juice into that through the strainer. You don't want that pulp to get into your mix. And add your 2 teaspoons, of sugar and mix it again. Let your paste rest, actually, after this. So you're going to be like, oh, my paste is almost done. It's not. You have to let it rest for 10 to 20 hours, which is a really, really long time, but it'll totally be worth it. Be sure that it's covered, and it's got to be at 70 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It's hot, but it'll bring out the moisture from your paste, so it's more sticky and lumpy. It should look really dark green. That's how you know you're doing it right. So, sorry, I just got the hiccups. Oh my gosh. So, add your 2 teaspoons of tea tree oil. That's what I do. I mean, you don't have to, it's just recommended. So add your 2 teaspoons of tea tree oil and stir it again. It should look like a cake frosting or a toothpaste, which means 2 thumbs up, you're doing great. So then you spoon the paste into your sandwich bag. You gotta let it rest for another 72 hours, which again, really long. But it also has to be at 70 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And you keep your paste in your bag until you are ready to tattoo. You can keep your paste in the freezer for like 2 to 3 months. I actually put in my applicators. I was bad. I put mine in my applicators, then put it in the freezer, but it ended up being totally fine. So don't even worry about it. I'm sure it will be just fine that way. So applying it to your skin is actually the easiest part of all of this, which is our end goal. So first you want to prep your skin. You can wipe it down with an alcohol swab. Just make sure it's all clean. That whole area, you just want to make sure that it's ready for you. Pick out your design. You don't want to go in blind. It could end up looking really bad. So pick out your design and pour or spoon, I spooned, your paste into your little applicator bottles. And choose the correct needle. So we got a couple different needles here. It's kind of important that you know which one you're using because some lines are a little thicker than others. So we got the small skinny ones, and we've got this is the one I usually use. It's like a medium thickness, and as you can see with the little screw right here, you screw it onto this little black piece right here. You just whoop, and when you put it on that bottle and you squeeze, it'll come right out of this tube perfectly. It's great how it works out. So then you can apply it to your skin anywhere. And so long as, I mean, if you can see it on yourself, probably better. Doing a back tattoo on yourself, maybe not the best. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. This is what mine ended up looking like. This is not a tattoo, I promise. This is actually henna. So if you guys have any questions or you want to know anything, make sure you let me know. And I can give you all the information on where I got my kit, my book, or where you can find more information about it, any more reliable sources about it. Thanks!